The black maid goes to the rich man's house to clean and she sees a scene that completely changes her life. A room full of books. Curious, she asked the rich man, "Have you read all these books?" The rich man replied, "Most of them." When the maid heard this, she realized in her heart that knowledge might really change her destiny. Back home, she immediately turned off the TV. To her son Carson, set up a study program required to read 2 books a week, the weekend to write the experience. She told her son, "Make good use of your time, give full play to your talent, and you might be able to be on TV in the future." After that, Carson studied late every day, but his grades were still terrible, less than 10 points in every subject. To avoid ridicule, he avoided his classmates after school, but he couldn't avoid them. One of his classmates teased, "Carson, you're the dumbest in the class. Last night's news said you're the dumbest in the world." Carson got angry and punched him. When confronted by the principal, Carson says it was an accident, an excuse that obviously doesn't work. The principal shows Carson's mom the report card, all poor grades, and says that Carson has a serious problem and will be expelled if his parents can't control him. On the way home, Carson blamed himself and promised his mom that he wouldn't fight, but he really wasn't sure about the grades and thought he might be really stupid. But his mom was convinced, "You're not stupid, you're just not smart enough to use your intelligence in the right way. If you keep getting these grades, you'll end up mopping floors in a factory, and that's not the life we want." Later, Carson studied even harder, but his grades still didn't go up. Once asked his mom for words, she found that he read too close to the book. A check. It turned out to be myopia. Mom took out her savings and got him glasses. After wearing glasses, Carson's grades slowly got better. He passed for the first time, he was praised for the first time, and his classmates' eyes changed from looking down on him to being amazed. Carson got better and better, and in 8th grade he was named the most academically accomplished student, and his mother was thrilled when the principal gave him a certificate of honor. But when puberty came, Carson began to resent the dirty, old clothes he bought at the thrift store. Mom said, "It doesn't matter how expensive your clothes are, it's the nobility of your heart that makes you rich." Carson listened to it and soon stopped obsessing about it. He also got into the medical department of Yale University, made a girlfriend, and often talked about the future together. But trouble came. Carson wanted to be a neurosurgeon, but was not interested in biology and would be eliminated if he failed the exam before graduation. His girlfriend asked him what he was good at studying, and he said good at reading, just don't want to listen to lectures. The girlfriend suggested, "Don't go to them, they're bad enough anyway." So Carson focused on reading. His girlfriend shared notes, and the two of them organized their exams. When he got bored with studying, Carson would complain, but kept at it. In the end, he passed the exam with flying colors and was just short of a hospital interview. The hospital where the interview took place was very difficult to get into. Only 2 people are recruited each year, but this year there were 120 elite competitors. The interviewer asks, "Why do you want to be a brain doctor?" Carson replied, "The brain is amazing. Many doctors do not believe in miracles, but many things really cannot be explained. I believe we can make miracles." The interviewer was impressed and hired him. On his first day on the job, Carson was filled with anticipation, only to be hit by reality. He was asked to draw blood from an anemic patient during rounds, which he felt would aggravate his condition, scolded by the director for making a suggestion, and isolated. But the opportunity soon presented itself. The emergency room brings in a patient who has been hit in the head with a baseball and will die without surgery, but the brain surgeons are all gone, leaving only Carson. Carson was the only one left. He had no choice but to take a chance and operate. During the operation, he was skillful and completed it successfully. In the end, Carson was blamed for his lack of qualifications, but the leadership saw his strength and promoted him to attending surgeon.